Hello everyone, welcome back again to AutoCAD channel with AutoCAD 3D modeling basic tutorial how to create a 3D floor plan. Okay, first I will use AutoCAD ISO template. Okay, this is in millimeter. And for a basic setting, you can active all object snap. You can tap DS, enter. You can click in here object snap tab and active all object snap. Next, for 3D object snap, I will uncheck at this option. You can click OK to apply. Okay. Next, I will insert a reference image. You can tap image attach. Okay. And next, I will use this reference image. I will click at this point with the scale factor 12 and enter. Okay. You can select this image and then you can increase weight in here. Okay. Next, I will use zoom windows to zoom this image, and I will put in here. Okay. Now you can create 2D floor plan first with line or plan command. Okay, I will use line command. I will create floor plan in here. Okay, to drag here 6,000. Okay, to the top here 5,000. To the left 3,000. Okay, and to the top 3,000. Okay, move to the left 3,000. Click at this point. We create a line again. Start from this point to the top 2,000. Okay, move to the left here 3,000 and then click at this point. Next, move to the right 3,000. Okay, to the bottom here 2,000. Move to the right here 1,600. Okay, move to the bottom 1,200. Click at this point and click in there. Okay. Next, we create line. Start from this point to the bottom 2,750. Okay, and I will click at this point, click in here, and the last we click at this point to the bottom here. Okay. Next, I will use join command to combine this object. Okay, you can select this object and then enter. We join again this object, and last we join these three lines object. Okay, I will use offset command. Okay, with offset distance 150. You can click this object and then click inside. Okay, I will offset with offset distance 75. You can click in here. Okay, click offset, click inside. Okay, we create in here for walls and in here. Okay, for this outlines object, I will offset with offset distance 40. Okay, offset distance 40. Click in here, click outside, click in here, click inside. Okay, you can delete this middle line. Okay, you can delete in here. And next, I will use trim command to cut this line object. Okay, we cut in here with trim command. You can tap TR and enter twice. Next, you can select the object to cut. Okay, we cut in here, and the last we cut in here. Okay, now I will use press pull command to create a 3D wall. You can tap press pull, select at this area. Okay, and move to the top here with extrusion height 2,900. Okay, and then I will select this object, right click and you can choose a height object. Okay, I will create a line object. Okay, start from this point into this point, and you can move for the last object to the bottom here 1,000. I will use a plane command. Okay, you can tap PL. We create plane, start from this point. Okay, into here. This is for a floor. Okay, 3D floor plan of floor. click at this point, move to this point, click in here, and then you can tap C to close this spline command. Okay, you can use extrude command, okay, to extrude this plane object to the top here 100. Okay, and then I will use press pull command again to press pull this area with extrusion height 90 and enter. Okay, you can create a line object. Okay, start from this point into this point. Okay, we copy this line object to the left here 150, and then I will copy again this line object to inside here 150. Okay, now you can use press pull command again. Okay, you can tap press pull. I will press pull this area to the top here with height 1000. Okay, we press pull again this objects 100, and we press pull this area to the top here to 1100. Okay, now you can right click, isolate, and then you can click and object isolation. Okay, you can change into set of gray to view this model. Okay, next for this area I will use plane surf command. You can tap plane surf. Okay, we create plane surf object, start from this corner into this corner. Okay, we create a plane surf again from this point into this point. Okay, next you can press F7 to hide curve. Okay, now we already create this simple 3D floor plan for walls. Okay, next I will insert fence into this floor plan. You can tap A to insert a block. Okay, I will use this block, open. Okay, and next I will click at this point. Okay, now you can press X to explode this block. Okay, I will delete this object, and next I will select this all object and make a group. Okay, now you can move this object, start from this point, you move into this point. Okay, you can use a copy command to copy this object. Okay, I will copy from this point into here, copy again in here, and we copy in here. Okay, next I will copy this object into this point, and then you can move this object, start from this point into here. Okay, next you can use move command to move this object. Okay, to the top with distance 930, and then I will select this object, right click, you can hide object. We can copy this object, you can select one by one. Okay, and then you can copy to the top here. Okay, now you can use union command. Okay, to combine this all object, enter. And next I will use copy command to copy this object to the left here, and then we copy this object, start from this point into this point, and then click at this point. Okay, you can right click. Next you can click end object isolation. Okay, I will change into top view and then change into to the wireframe. Now you can use a rotate command to rotate this object, start from this point into this point. Okay, you can change again into realistic view, and then you can view these 3D models. Okay, now we already create this 3D fence, and next I will insert the door into this floor plan. Okay, you can type insert. I will use door block. Okay, we use this door open. Okay, I will click in here, and then you can move this object into this point. Okay, next I will explode this object, and then you can change into top view. We change into to the wireframe. Okay, I will rotate. Okay, you can select this object and we rotate. Start from this point. I will rotate into this point. Okay, next you can rotate again this object. Start from this point into here. Okay, sorry, we rotate with copy option. Okay, I will rotate with copy option in here, and then you can use a mirror command to mirror this object. Okay, start from this point to this point. Okay, now we can rotate this object to here. Okay, next I will use extrude command to extrude this object into this point, and then you can move this object. Okay, start from this point, we move into this point, and I will copy this rectangle object, okay, box into here, and we rotate this object. Okay, now you can move this object, start from this point into here. We use copy command to copy this object, start from this point into this point. Okay, you can change into a set of gray. Okay, you can use subtract command, okay, to subtract this wall with these 3 objects. Okay, and then I will use a union command to combine this object with this wall. Okay, next we can change again into the wireframe. You can use move command to move this object, start from middle point into this point. Okay, we move again this object, start from middle point in here into here, and last this door from middle point in here, okay, into this point. Okay, you can change into set of gray. Okay, now we already attached door into this floor plan. Next, for this door, bedroom, you can insert again. Okay, I will use this door open. Okay, and I will click at this point. You can move this object into here. Next, we can rotate. Okay, I will rotate this object into this point. Rotate in here, and next you can use extrude command to extrude this object, and then we extrude this line of this rectangle object. You can move this object, start from this point Okay, I will move into corner point in here. Okay, you can use a subtract command to subtract this wall with this object. Sorry, we move first this object to the top with a distance 10, and then you can use a subtract command to subtract this object with this object. Okay, now I will change into top view, and then you can change into 2D wireframe. We can rotate. Okay, you can rotate this object. Start from this point. Okay, we rotate into this point. Next, we can move this object from a middle point into this point. Okay. Next, I will insert windows into this floor plan. You can type insert again. Okay, I will use this windows object. And next, I will click at this point. You can move this object to the right here, and we extrude this block. Okay, you can select this object and delete. Next, I will use extrude command to extrude this object to this point, and you can use move command to move this object start from middle point. We move into middle point in here. Okay, you can move this object to the top 630, and I will copy this object start from middle point from the bottom here. Okay, and then you can click in here at the middle point. Okay, you can change into realistic view or a set of gray. Okay, now you can use a subtract command to subtract this wall with this two box. And next, we can use a copy command to copy this object. Okay, start from this point. I will click in here, and then we click in here. Okay, you can delete this object. Okay, we already create the door and then windows into this floor plan. Next, I will insert furniture into this floor plan. You can change into 3D wireframe and change again into top view. Okay, next I will insert. Okay, we search for furniture. First, for bedroom, I will use shower. Okay, and I will put in here. Okay, next we insert again for toilet seat. Okay, I will insert in here. We move this object to this point. We insert another furniture. Okay, next for bed. Okay, I will use this bed option. Okay, I will click at this point, and next you can rotate this object. We move into this point. Okay, we insert again for a single bed. Okay, and I will click at this point. Can use rotate command to rotate this object, and we move into here. We move again to the left here. Okay, we insert for another furniture cupboard. Okay, I will insert into this point. We insert. Next for table, stuff, sofa. Okay, this for kitchen. Okay, I will insert a sink. Insert in here, and you can use extrude command to extrude this object. Okay, I will move this object, this point, and we move to the left here. Okay, next we can use rotate command to rotate this object. Okay, I will change into top view, and next we move this object to the left here, and move to the top. Okay, you can use move command, okay, to move this object stuff from this point into this point. Okay, now we can insert for another kitchen stuff. Okay, I will use this cooker. Okay, click at this point, and then you can use extrude command to extrude this object. I will select this object, we move. Okay, this object stuff from this point into this point. Okay, you can delete this object. Okay, I will copy this object stuff from this point, corner point, into this point. We insert for another stuff. Okay, you can tap insert, browse, and I will search for sofa. Okay, we use this sofa. I will insert in here. Okay, we can change into top view, and you can rotate this object. We move to the left and move to the top. Okay, we insert for another sofa. Okay, this sofa 3, click at this point, we rotate, and we move to the bottom here. Okay, we insert for a table. Okay, table in here. I will use this table and TV. Okay, we rotate this object, and then I will rotate into this direction, and we move to this point. Okay, we insert for another table. Okay, this table, and we rotate. Okay, insert for this table. I will click at this point. Next, you can copy this object, start from this point. Okay, I will move into this point. Okay, and you can move to the top and move to the right here. Okay, you can use a copy command to copy this object to this point. Next, we insert for stuff. Okay, we insert like a refrigerator. Open. Okay, and I will put in here. Okay, you can change into realistic view to view these 3D models. Okay, next I will edit for texture into these models. Okay, I will extrude this object. You can tap Rmat to open material browser. Okay, for this object I will use a beige. Okay, we right click in here, assign to selection. Next, for this object, okay, I will extrude. Select this object. We change into sinks body. Okay, I will extrude again in here. Change into sinks body. For texture. Okay, and the last in here. Okay, I will change face trace into 10 to look more smooth for this 3D model. Okay, next we can extrude. Okay, you can extrude this object, and then you can move this object. We'll move to the bottom here. Okay, now for this windows, I will ungroup. Okay, and we ungroup again in this object. Next, you can select this object. Select in here. I will change into clear material. Okay, for glass, you can search in here for glass and click at this point. Okay, you can right click, assign to selection. Okay, for walls I will use wall paint. Okay, we use beige. You can right click, assign to selection. Okay, next for top in here. Okay, I will use this gray. Assign to selection. Next, you can click in here gray, and I will change this color into this point. Okay, now for this floor, okay, we can use new material. Okay, I will create a new material from ceramic. Okay, you can use a porcelain. Okay, you can apply this object. You can click in this face, right click, assign to selection. Okay, this ice white, I will change this name into floor. And then I will change this color into image. Okay, I will use this floor texture. I will apply. Okay, this is already applied, and then we can change texture scale in here. I will change into 3000. Okay, 3000, and you can select again at this floor face, and then you can use this material mapping. Okay, we can click in here for blue axis. Okay, I will move to this point. Okay, now we can create I will duplicate this materials. Okay, you can change name into floor bedroom. We change again this texture. Okay, into this texture, and next I will apply into this face. Okay, we apply again in here. Okay, you can right click and then assign to selection. Okay, I will change this texture scales into 1500, and then I will can select this face and use a material mapping. Okay, we select this face, material mapping. Select this face, material mapping. Okay, for this garden, I will use grass material. You can create a new material in here. Okay, I will give name grass. And next I will use image. Use this image. Okay, for sample size in here, I will change into 4000. Okay, you can select this object and then right click assign to selection. Okay, I will select this object. We apply for floor, and for this object we can apply for new texture. Okay, I will duplicate in here and we can give garage. Select this material. For image, I will use this image, and then I will select this object. You can send to selection. Now you can change scale for this texture, like 4000. Okay, for height in here I will change into 2000. Okay, is enough. Next we can try to rendering these 3D models. Okay, you can close these materials option, and next we can change into top view and change into 3D wireframe. Okay, I will move this object, start from this point. Okay, we can move into this point. Okay, you can use a scale command, scale this image with base point in here and with the reference. Okay, I will click at this point, and then you can move into this corner point. Okay, use move command to move this object to the bottom here. To enter. Okay, now I will change into top view, and then we can create a plane surf object. Start from this point into here, and we create a camera. Okay, in here. Okay, I will select this plane surf and then move to the bottom for this plane surf, like 5. Next you can change into left view to view these models. Okay, and I will change into camera 1 view. Next we can change into a realistic view. Okay, this for realistic, and then I will settings for the base view rendering. Okay, we can setting. Okay, this is enough. And next you can active full shadow. For rendering I will use height. Okay, you can change the resolution in here. For example, I will use this resolution, and we can active environment. You can use solid option and change into white in here. Okay, and then close. Next we try to rendering this object. Okay, you can click here to render. Okay, we waiting for rendering process until finish into 10 level. Okay, we finish rendering process, and enough today for AutoCAD 3D modeling tutorial how to create a 3D floor plan. If you have any question about this tutorial, you can comment below this video, and see you next time in another AutoCAD 3D modeling basic tutorial.